Utica Speedway pace car takes the left-hand turn. Into the infield, we're set and ready with our crate Sportsman. Qualifier number 1, Matt Burdick. He is the Director of Traffic Control. Tom Netto, his assistant starter there on the flag stand. He's got the green go stick in hand. It's high in the sky, and we're racing here at Utica Rome as they charge off the number 4 turn and down the front stretch. Field takes it into turn number 1. Jaguar and Zemkin right there together, and it will be Eric Jaguar jumping out to the top spot. Zemkin right there with him as they take it down the back straightaway. Zemkin, Jaguar side by side into turn number 3, and Jaguar going to grab the edge. Zemkin, Jaguar get together. They go 3 wide. We've got one around. That's Justin Thompson, and I believe it's the 34 of Ferguson getting into him, and caution is out. It will be green off of 4 this time as Thompson and Ferguson get the tow back to the pits. Tough break for them here in the early go. All right, back to it. Green flag is out. We'll try it one more time as they charge down the front straightaway. Jaguar and Zemkin into turns number 1 and 2. Here comes Brian Gleason, the BBL, car number 14G, working it down on the inside. Gleason's got the number 2 spot now. He'll work on Jaguar as they take it down the backstretch. They work it down into turn number 3. Jaguar, Gleason, Zemkin, and then the 55 of Holsizer. Holsizer, though, going to feel the pressure from the number 84 of Ricky Quick. Off the turn they come. Down the line. 1 lap complete that time by. And your race leader is the 14G of Brian Gleason. Jaguar is there. Nothing he can do that time. But again, top 3 go to the redraw. As they take it down the backstretch, they'll work it into the number 3 turn with Gleason. Jaguar, your top 2. Here comes Holsizer now. Holsizer looking to the outside of Ray Zemkin for the number 3 spot, and Chris Holsizer shoots by, and he'll have that position as they come down the front straightaway. So right now, Ray Zemkin on the bubble. He's got 1 spot to lose, and he's going to find himself out of a qualifying position. Ricky Quick in the number 84 right there on the back bumper as they take it off the number 2 turn. Into corners number 3 and 4. Holsizer's not done as he works the outside. He'll drive by Eric Jaguar as well, and now Chris Holsizer up to the number 2 spot. So that puts Jaguar back to 3rd, and now the battle for 4th between the 84 of Ricky Quick and the 1Z of Zemkin. There he goes, Quick now. Quick gets the run off the corner. He's got an edge on Zemkin on the back straightaway. Zemkin comes right back at him, though, on the top side. Into turns number 3 and 4. Zemkin goes high. Ricky Quick down low. They stay together here side by side off the turn, and Zemkin able to hold them off with 2 laps to go. So 2 to go as they take it up into turns number 1 and 2. Kyle Dimitro and Greg Kimball battling back there for position number 6 right now on the racetrack. And then it is the Rick Lamont number 12K rounding out your field. So 4 will make it 5 laps complete this time by Brian Gleason. Has the edge in car number 14G. Chris Holsizer followed by Eric Jaguar. That's your top 3. And 4th right now is still the 1C of Ray Zemkin. Final time into turns number 1 and 2. Zemkin keeps it down on the inside. He has got Quick there in tow as they take it off of turn number 2. Kimball, Dimitro, and the number 12K of Lamont round out the field. Checkered flag, heat race number 1. The win will go to Brian Gleason. Finishing in 2nd, Chris Holsizer. 3rd to Eric Jaguar. 4th will go to Zemkin. 5th to Quick. 6th will go to Kimball. 7th will go to Dimitro. And then it will be the 12 of Lamont, the 954 of Schneider. Row number 4, the 16 of Earl Rudy, and on the outside of Rudy in car number 86 is Tony Finch the 2nd. Final row, we find the JSB 1 of Jim Spano, winner last night out at the Fulton Speedway, and Ricky Donovan's number 70 will start scratch. So there's your lineup here for heat race number 2 as it comes green down the front stretch into turns number 1 and 2. Jeremy Pitcher out in front now with the number 14, Caitlin Kane, up to the number 2 spot. Barker side by side with Schneider down the back stretch. They'll race into turn number 3. Tony Finch the 2nd there in car number 86, working on Barker. Barker stays low as they come off the turn, and Barker able to hold on to that 4th spot at least for now. Toby Klisch, regular in our Sportsman division here, rolling it up on the high side with car number 31X, looking to get inside the top 5 right now as they take it off of turn number 2 to the backstretch. He'll run up on Finch. Into turns number 3 and 4, that battle will continue to go on. Meanwhile, back at the front of the field, it's still Jeremy Pitcher showing the way, but here comes Tim Schneider. Tim Schneider closing in on him into turn number 1. He's looking for the lead through turns number 3 and 4. Pitcher drifts up, and he'll slam that door closed as they come off of turn number 2. So Pitcher's got the edge down the back straightaway. Schneider still back there in position number 2, followed by Caitlin Kane. And the Barker, number 31, rounds out your top 4. Those would be your qualified cars if it were to finish like this. One went off the bank down there in 3 and 4. That was Toby Klisch. He's going to lose lots of ground with car number 31X. So he'll fall all the way to the tail and will stay clean and green. Tony Finch, the second's got pressure behind him now as the JSV1 of Jim Spano. Spano trying to get into a qualifying spot. He's got a couple of positions to go, and this time we will have just 2 laps remaining here. And here comes Tim Schneider on the outside. Jeremy Pitcher's got the edge into turn number 1, and here comes Schneider, though, to the inside. Schneider looking to get a run off of turn number 2. Tried driving down the bank and couldn't quite get the run. Into corners number 3 and 4, now they work. In between the turns, Schneider hang on to it, nearly went around, going to lose a whole bunch of ground to the 14 of Jeremy Pitcher, but the white flag is out this time by. So Pitcher, Schneider, Caitlin Kane right now into the redraw. Corey Barker in that final qualifying position with the number 31. They race it off of turn number 2 now down the backstretch one final time. All eyes on that 4th and final qualifying position. Checkered flag will be Pitcher picking up the victory. Schneider will finish in 2nd. 3rd will go to Caitlin Kane. 4th, Corey Barker by a nose. Tony Finch, the 2nd, will finish in 5th. Jimmy Spano 6th. Then it's been Ostrand, 14X, the 16 of Rudy, the 31X of Klisch, and the 70 of Donovan. So again, your qualifying C will be Mike Duclos. And row number 4, 7th starting spot, the 18 of Brandon Ford. On the outside of Ford in car number 24K will be Nick Kraus. And going away scratch in car number 20 will be Jack Gentile. There's your starting lineup for this 3rd of 4 Great Sportsman qualifying event. As they take it up into turn number 1, it is the 27B of Bublak, Majeski to the top side. They'll stay alongside as they race down the backstretch to turn number 3. Into corner number 4 now they'll work. It is Bublak, but Bublak drifts up. Humphreys there. Mike Jeske going to power off the corner, and Jeske going to lead the way here on lap number 1. So Mike Jeske takes an early edge in car number 78. He'll work it off of turn 2. Prentice now gets by Humphreys, and here comes Beth Schneider down low. Beth Schneider looking to grab herself a qualifying position. She'll get the job done on the backstretch. Bublak, Jeske still going at it for the number 1 spot. Bublak takes it up to the top shelf. Jeske down low as they come down the line to complete the 2nd circuit. It's Jeske by nose over Robert Bublak. Bublak again gets right to the back bumper of Jeske through turns number 1 and 2. Now the race is on for the number 5 spot as Schneider just watched Humphreys go by on the outside. Jack Gentile is now there. So Jack Gentile coming from the final starting spot, 9th on the grid, and he is making his way up, working it down on the inside. Working it off the turn, down to the halfway sign with 3 laps complete and 3 to go. Jack Gentile, he may have himself the number 3 spot here in a moment. Gentile right now going for position number 4 as he gets by the Prentice number 72. He'll have the position on the backstretch. They'll take it down to turns number 3 and 4. Humphreys up on the top side. Jack Gentile down low. Off at turn number 4 with 2 laps to go. Can Gentile get Humphreys? No, but he's got himself a qualifying spot as he noses in front of Mike Prentice. Prentice, though, keeps it wound up tighter than a top on the outside. He's able to drive down the bank and get back by Gentile. So Prentice now back into a qualifying position. Out in front, Robert Bublak, this time by white flag will be displayed for him as he comes down to the stripe. Jeske still 2nd, Humphreys, Prentice, Gentile, and the 57 of Schneider. That right there is the way your top 6 go into turns number 1 and 2. And now Jeske gets off the high side. They go 3 wide for the final qualifying spot down the backstretch. One final time through corners number 3 and 4. Bublak going to pick up the win. 2nd, looks like it's going to be Prentice. 3rd will go to Jeske, and Humphreys will come home in 4th. And 5th will go to Beth Schneider. 6th to Gentile. Then it'll be the 18 of Brandon Ford, the 24K of Kraus, and the 21C of Mike Duclos. We'll round out the 3rd. Row 2, the Jet, John Scarborough, 61S, and the number 13 of Dave Emmons. Next row on the inside is the number 24 of Scott Ford, and the outside of him in car number 22 will be Tim Hartman Jr. Rocco Leone, he'll start 7th on the grid. Mark Mortensen starts 8th. And going away 9th is Jeremy Pitt in car number 27. So green flag is out as they race up into turns number 1 and 2. Kevin Ridley and Ron Davis III side by side off of turn number 2. And Davis is going to edge in front of Ridley as they take it to turn number 3. Dave Emmons back there in the number 13. He's racing with John Scarborough. The jet up to the wild side. He'll jump up to third. Everybody else clean and green. And Mark Mortensen, how about it? Mortensen now up to the number 4 spot. Into turns number 1 and 2. Mark Mortensen in the Jumpin' Jacks drive in car number 1M, regular campaigner down at the Fonda Speedway. Right now moves up to position number 4. So it's Ron Davis, the third, Kevin Ridley, John Scarborough right now into those redraw spots. And then it is Mark Mortensen riding in the number 4 spot. 5th on the grid right now is Scott Ford in the 24. Now Evans falls back to 6th. Hartman 7th. Jeremy Pitts and Rocco Leone. Hang on, Dave Emmons around in turn number 2. And he'll sit backwards over in turn number 2. He'll come powering at us off of corners number 3 and 4. And caution light's going to come on here at the line. All right, ready to get back to it. 4 laps in, 2 laps remain in this final qualifier here for... All right, make it 3 laps complete, so they're going to change the scoreboard on the green as the green comes out. New leader here at the line. Who hired that guy? And it is the Jet, John Scarborough, jumping out to the number 1 spot. Mark Mortensen, meanwhile, slips by the number 20X of Kevin Ridley. That puts him up into position number 3 now, and Mortensen not done. Mortensen working over Ron Ford, the third here down the front stretch. Or Ron Davis, the third, rather, into turn number 1. Davis holds on to that number. Hang on to it. Davis off the high side. And Davis going to get the wall off the top of turn number 2 and come to a stop on the outside of the speedway. So Ron Davis, the third, got off the outside of the speedway. A little bit your top 3. Scott Ford, Rocco Leone, the top 5. Dave Emmons, Tim Hartman Jr., and then the 27 of Jeremy Pitts. Pitts was docked 2 spots for jumping the last restart. Again, here at Utica, you must remain nose to tail until you get by the barrel in between 3 and 4, right there at that point. So we're back to green flag racing. Green and white flag coming out together as the field shuffles down the front stretch into turns number 1 and 2 as they take it off the turn down the back straightaway. Scarborough has the edge. Rocco Leone looking for the final qualifying spot side by side down the back stretch with Scott Ford. Into 3 and 4, that battle will go on. John Scarborough will pick up the win. Mortensen will come home in second. Kevin Ridley third. And Rocco Leone will get the number 4 spot over Scott Ford, Tim Hartman, Jeremy Pitts, Dave Emmons, and Ron Davis. So again, your top 4, Scarborough, Mortensen, Ridley, and Leone. In the 16 of Aaron Jacobs. Next row, the Pizza Logs, 89B of Todd Burley, the B16 of Alan Barker, Mitch Gibbs, and Ted Teal. Round out your field. Here we go. Green flag is out. We're racing off of turn number 4 with qualifying event number 1. As they start down the home stretch into the first turn, Booster shoves the nose. Hang on to it. Dave Moyer gets around in the middle of the turn. He'll come to a stop. Everybody else clean and green through turns number 3 and 4. And caution, lights are on. So heat race number 1 ready to go once again. 0 laps complete. As we look to get back to it, Chris Busta now on the point as Moyer assumes his spot at the tail after losing it there on lap 1 in turn 1. We are green here off of turn 4. And we come charging down the front stretch one more time. Busta into turn number 1, looking to hang on to the top spot. Not going to be able to do so as it will be Willie Decker in the 1 extra leader. Here comes the Genoa Giant, Pat Ward, side by side with Jimmy Davis. Davis going to try to thread the needle into corner number 3. Davis through the middle, Decker up on the top side, Pat Ward down low. They swing it off the west end, down to the line. They've got one around in between turns number 3 and 4. And I believe that is the 56 of Dave Moyer again going around. Yellow lights are on. Turns 3 and 4. Willie Decker on the point. The Genoa Giant, Pat Ward, Jimmy Davis, Todd Burley, your top 4. Here we go. Everybody back to the throttle. 1 lap complete. 7 remains. 6 to qualify here. And they take it into turns number 1 and 2. And Decker going to have the top spot. He's got Jimmy Davis back there in the number 3 spot. Todd Burley 4th. Moves to Alan Barker, your top 6. The showstopper, Mitch Gibbs now up to the number 7 spot with the car number 2G. Alan Barker gets way high through turns number 3 and 4. And here comes Mitch Gibbs down low. Gibbs looking for that spot off the 4th turn. Can't quite get it done as Barker drives up to the backside of the booth to number 41. Jacobs is there, then it's Moyer and Teal rounding out the field. Meanwhile, back at the front of the field, battle for the lead on the backstretch, and it's all over as Pat Ward just shot on by Willie Decker. Former track champion Pat Ward powering off the outside, and Pat Ward going to grab the lead here on lap number 3. So it's Ward followed by the 1X of Decker. Jimmy Davis back there in 3rd. Burley 4th. 5th right now is Busta. The 6th and final qualifying spot did belong to Alan Barker, but Barker bobbled through turns 1 and 2, and Mitch Gibbs made the move on the inside. So Mitch Gibbs now jumps up to the 6th and final qualifying position. Barker, Jacobs, Moyer, and Teal all on the outside looking in as they come to the halfway point. So 4 laps in, 4 laps to go for your leaders. And you know what, giant? Pat Ward. Ward takes it off the turn down the backstretch. Willie Decker still there for 2nd. Then it is Jimmy Davis and Todd Burley, the top 4. Gibbs now up to the number 5 spot and still charging with car number 2G. That puts Busta on the bubble now with car number 41. Busta goes high. Barker looks down low, but Alan Barker can't quite get it done as they race to the stripe. So Pat Ward working it through the high side of turn 3 now. He'll work it off the top side of turn number 4 as Matt Burdick shows him 2 laps to go this time by. So Pat Ward into turns number 1 and 2. Willie Decker trying to track him down. Decker, the ComeRaceRush.com. Car number 1X rolls it down on the inside. He has got Rude in tow, followed by Burley and Mitch Gibbs. And Gibbs on the back bumper of Todd Burley. Burley's been out here the last few weeks with motor issues. Back here tonight, and he is trying to hold off Mitch Gibbs. Gibbs looks down low through 3 and 4 as they come to the white flag. Wasn't quite able to make the move. Final time down the backstretch. Goes your leader, the number 42T of Pat Ward. Ward now into turn number 3. And one more time off of corner number 4. Give the win in heat race number 1 to Pat Ward. Finishing in 2nd, Willie Decker 3rd. To Jimmy Davis. 4th to Burley, 5th to Mitch Gibbs, and 6th will go to Alan Barker. And it will be Busta, Jacobs, Moyer, and Teal. So again, your qualified cars out of heat race number 1, the 42P of Pat Ward, the 1X of Willie Decker, the 18JD of Jimmy Davis, the 89B of Todd Burley, Mitch Gibbs in car number 2G, the number 63 of Adam Roberts, row 4, Todd Thomas is number 60, and the number 1 Westmoreland Golf Club ride of Stuart Friesen, and going scratch on the field winner opening night in the Thompson Road Tavern, car number 8R, it's Robbie Bellinger. So there's your starting lineup here for this 2nd of 3. 8-lap qualifiers for the modified. Green is out off of turn 4, and they power down the front stretch into corners number 1 and 2, and yellow lights are going to come on. So we'll try it one more time. No start the last time. We'll see if we can get them side by side. Again, Whaley and Holsizer are set for the green. Here we go, down the home stretch. We're back underway, and it turns 1 and 2. Steve Holsizer takes it up to the top shelf. Shannon Whaley still holds down the number 2 spot. Down the backstretch will go. And Ronnie Johnson falls into the 3rd position, followed by Larry White, Ryan Phelps in the 63 of Adam Roberts. Robbie Bellinger down on the inside, 3-4 wide. Now they come off of turn 4 as Friesen tries to 6-0 between Roberts and the 99 of Phelps going into turn number 1. Roberts, though, coming right back at him on the inside. Adam Roberts tries to stick the nose back underneath Friesen. They go 3 wide again down the backstretch. Larry White takes it up to the top side. Ryan Phelps through the middle. Friesen down low. And as they bring it off the turn, Friesen nearly goes around, able to square the car. He is cleaning green here down the front stretch. So Friesen able to hang on to it. He is back there at 4th now. The 99L of Larry White to the outside of Friesen. Friesen, though, gets the run off the corner. Onto the backstretch they go to turn number 3. Steve Holsizer, he'll lead the way off of turn number 4. He is followed by Ronnie Johnson. There's position number 2, Shannon Whaley. And then it is Friesen back there in the number 4 spot. Larry White, Ryan Phelps, your top 6. Roberts and Bellinger right now on the outside looking in here to qualifying spots with 3. We'll make it halfway next time by. So Steve Holsizer started on the outside of the front row, looking to lead him down to the halfway point here with the Murphy Racing number 88. He'll get the job done. Ronnie Johnson stays up on the top side. Might as well try something different, see what you can find out there. Stuart Friesen, meanwhile, has gotten by Willie. That'll put him in third. Willie falls back to fourth. Brian Phelps there for fifth, and now Larry White on the bubble with car number 99L. So White in the fifth and final handicapping position here with the number 99L. He'll tuck it down on the inside as he is being followed by the 63 of Roberts here down the front straightaway. Into turns number 1 and 2, Robbie Bellinger trying to look for a way by Adam Roberts. Roberts, though, too strong. The hole's onto that number 7 spot, but Bellinger gets a full head of steam off the turn, and Bellinger pulls even into turn 3. 2 to go this time for Steve Holsizer. Ronnie Johnson, Stuart Friesen, still your top 3. Then it is Ryan Phelps fourth. Fifth is White, and sixth right now is Shannon Whaley, but Whaley's got company in the form of Robbie Bellinger. Bellinger on the back bumper as they take it off the number 2 turn. Whaley trying to hang on. Here comes Bellinger to the inside for the final qualifying spot. Whaley going to drift up the banking. Bellinger stays low. 3 wide now with Roberts on the inside. They come down to the line with 1 to go. Whaley's got it by nose over Bellinger. Your leader, meanwhile, takes it off the turn and down the back stretch. He'll race to turn 3 one final time. And off of turn number 4, he is now your winner, Steve Holsizer. Finishing in second, Ronnie Johnson. Third to Stuart Friesen. Fourth will go to Larry White. Fifth will go to Ryan Phelps. And the sixth and final qualifying spot goes to the 8th of Robbie Bellinger. Then it was Whaley, Roberts, and so 8 laps the distance, 6 more cars, guaranteed starting spots in our main event. And the green flag is out off of turn 4. Charges down the backstretch to turn number 3 for the first time. And it is the 18J of Jason Rude up on the top side. And Rude, he'll have the lead off the corner, but there's 3 wide backed up behind him. As Alan Johnson, Casey Williams all look for the number 2 spot. Johnson goes up to the middle of the turn. And Mahaney couldn't quite find the groove on Williams, but now onto the backstretch. Here comes Mahaney again, charging to the inside. Mahaney looking for the number 3 spot. Alan Johnson, meanwhile, closing in on Rude for your lead. So it's Rude, Alan Johnson, Mahaney now up to 3rd. Matt Shepard up to 4th. Yellow has come out on the racetrack. We've got a car over the bank in turn number 1. That's the 28 of Ty Scott Rude. So the green flag comes back out in between 3 and 4 with 2 laps complete. Jason Rude puts it back in the front of the field. Matt Shepard now going to work on Mike Mahaney. Mahaney stays low. Matt Shepard up the banking. Alan Johnson used that higher groove, and he'll get a run on Rude on the back straightaway. 4 wide down the back stretch they went, and make that Chris Howell, the odd man out with the 5H machine. But now he'll take it back up to the outside. Paul Jensen. He goes low off of turn number 4, and Jensen moves himself into a qualifying spot. So Paul Jensen been campaigning down at the I-88 Speedway. They rained out on Friday night. They made the trek up here to Utica Rome, and he now is up to the number 5 spot with car number 57. Your leader is now the 10J of Alan Johnson. Jason Rude still second. Mike Mahaney is there for 3rd. Matt Shepard 4th. Jensen 5th, 6th now is the 78A of Brad Alger. And then it is the 1X of Williams, the 5H of Heil, and the 28 of Ty Scott Rude completing your field. So that's the way they run with half of the distance complete here in this final modified qualifying event. So AJ Slideways, Alan Johnson brings him off the turn. He's starting to spread the gap between himself and Jason Rude. Mike Mahaney still working that low groove. A little bit of bite down there on the inside. Matt Shepard searching, looking for a way by Mahaney. As they bring it off of turn number 4 this time around. 2 laps to go for AJ Slideways. Alan Johnson, he's getting the job done. Johnson making that top groove work. Rude, Mahaney, Shepard, Jensen all right now rolling the bottom groove. That seems to be the place for them. Off of turn 2, Casey Williams washes out, and here comes Elger to the inside. Brad Elger looking for the number 6 spot. That is a qualifying position as they bring it off of turn number 4 down to the stripe to the white flag. Elger and Williams side by side, and it will be Williams by nose over Elger. They take it into turn number 1. Williams again goes to the outside. He goes a little bit less on the gas that time, able to hold off Elger. Off of turn number 4 for the final time, it will be Alan Johnson with the win. Jimmy Davis coming home in second. Mike Mahaney third. Matt Shepard in fourth. Paul Jensen fifth. Sixth will go to Casey Williams, Brad Elger, Chris Heil, and the 28 of Ty Scott Ruth. Bobby Hines, Mike Stiles on the front row, Chris McCoy, Jack Miller in row 2, Craig Pope, Chris Mackey in row 3, Claude Hutchings, Matt Jantic in row number 4 as the green flag is displayed this time. Into turns 1 and 2, hang on to it, Mike Stiles. Stiles in the zero ride just went from, well, the front row all the way back to the tail with that zero, so we'll stay clean and green through turns 3 and 4. And powering it off the corner and leading the first circuit will be Bobby Hines in the 180, but he has got company in the form of Jack Miller into turn number 1. Chris Mackey, meanwhile, dives underneath. He'll tuck the nose to the inside of Hines. Here they go off of turn number 2. Side by side they go down the back straightaway. They race into turns number 3 and 4. Chris Mackey shoots up in front of Bobby Hines. Hines, though, comes back down low, tries to get the run down the banking. Couldn't get it done. They nearly make contact into 1 and 2. Hines has got to get on the binder, and that allows the 33X of Matt Jantic to slide underneath. So Jantic makes the move, and now he is up to the number 2 spot. So it's Chris Mackey out in front. Matt Jantic there for second, as they'll show him halfway this time, and Jantic that time by a nose as they came to the line. So Matt Jantic now your leader. That puts Mackey back to the number 2 spot. Third now on the grid will be Miller. Fourth is a charge between Hines, Pope, and the 84 of Hutchings. McCoy and Stiles round out your field. 2 to go this time around. Ford, Wentworth Construction, car number 33X of Matt Jantic. Jantic working at the turns 3 and 4. Jantic taking the white flag. Final time off of turn number 4. Winning heat race number 1 will be Matt Jantic. Mackey comes from second. Miller, Hutchings your top 4. Pope, 5th and 6th to Bobby Hines. McCoy and Stiles completing the field. So we get Matt Jantic away in the 97 of Randy Chantel. So we're cleaning. Oh, we've got a bunch of cars now together. We're cleaning green into turn 1. Not so much into turn 2, as Castelletti and Chantel make heavy contact over there in turn 2. Yellow lights are on. So we'll try to get 0 laps scored. They take the green off of the number 4 turn, and here we go. 3 wide for the lead off of turn 2. Jeremy Vunk will win that battle. He'll grab the lead into corner number 3. So Jeremy Vunk now takes over the top spot as he brings it off the west end as the race leader. Down the back stretch, everybody behind him looking for racing room. It's Nagel and Thomas there for the number 2 spot. A.J. Philback also in the A1 is right there as well. And Philback and Nagel go in at turn 1 together. And hang on to it. Stephen Denton got over the banking. Randy Chantel saw that one before. As he's right there back with the 27S of Steve Way. Way coming off consecutive feature victories with the Apple Betty sponsored ride. Halfway this time, 3 in, 3 to go for Jeremy Monk. Races on for the number 2 spot though. Jim Nagel stays low, works it down on the inside. A.J. Philbeck went up the bank, and Philbeck now takes over position number 2. That puts Nagel back to 3rd. Thomas is 4th. 5th is Way. Then it's Castelletti, and now we've got one around in turn number 2. That's the 44C of Philbeck. Nagel, Thomas, Way, Castelletti, and Denton the field. Here we go back to green. Steve Way makes a move off the number 2 turn to get by Thomas. So he'll move up the 4th. Now he'll try to chase down the 10 of Jimmy Nagel. They'll bring it off the west end to the white flag this time. Jeremy Monk all by his lonesome out in front. Philbeck slows it right down on the bottom of the speedway. Tries to roll that inside groove down the backstretch. Trying to catch your race leader Jeremy Vunk, but this is it, checkered flag. And as they come to the line, the win will go to Jeremy Vunk 2nd, with Philbeck 3rd. Nagel 4th will go to Way 5th. Thomas 6th to Denton, and then it will be the Castelletti, 117 completing your field. No, he doesn't know. All right, Pro Stocks, here we go. First of 2, Corey Locke and Jim Money on the front row. Eddie Ostrander, Jeff Pastorella, row 2, Bill Knapp, Sean Frost, Glenn Forward, Tommy Denton, and the 24 of Dan LaShore. Round out the field. Got one that went around in turn 4, but Corey Locke will get the ship righted. We'll stay green on the racetrack. Jeff Pastorella, Eddie Ostrander battling it out for the number 1 spot. Ostrander led the way on lap number 1. As we look for the leader here of lap number 2, it is Pastorella on the top side. So Pastorella and Ostrander taking it up to turns 1 and 2 again. Each one of these, we will handicap 7 cars to the main event. The 14 cars will be handicapped in the feature here for these Pro Stockers. 2 laps to go this time by. Jim Money right now holds down the fort in the 3rd position. Knapp all over him. Knapp shoots up the racetrack. As Tommy Dent looks to his outside, Forward is there in the 7C as well. Now they'll try to go 3 wide. Forward tried sticking the nose under Knapp. Knapp didn't see him, didn't allow it. To the white flag they come. The white flag, this is it. Into turn 1. Pastorella, Ostrander drifts up. A little tap there from Pastorella, and Ostrander's got the lead. Into turns number 3 and 4. Coming to the checkered flag, winning the first of 2 Pro Stock heats is Jeff Pastorella. Ostrander, Knapp, Money, Denton, Forward, Frost, LaShore. Two. Of Andy LaShore, and his outside, the 74 of Glenn Weaver. And going scratch, the 29K of Chris Cunningham. So here we go, green flag for this final Pro Stock qualifying event. Up next, a short break, and then our 2 602 consolation events. as they race off the first turn for the first time. It's Brett Belden with the edge into corner number 3. Digsby's there, Kamengay in there as well. Stefanski's there. As they come off of turn number 4, yellow light's going to come on, and Digsby going to have the lead here as they come to the yellow. To it. 1 lap complete, 4 laps remain in this one. And here we go off of turn number 4. Digsby was your leader, but Brett Belden going to get the early jump into turn number 1. Digsby goes to the high side through corners number 3 and 4. 3 wide now off the number 2 turn. As Digsby's on the outside, Kamengay and Chris Carr, they're there together through turn number 3. Battle at the front now between Pete Stefanski and Brett Belden. Stefanski found something last week, bolted him to the top spot, and now Stefanski challenging for the lead here in this heat race event. Off of turn number 2, Stefanski stays up on the top side. Down the backstretch, they stay door to door into turn number 3. And we've got one off the top side in turn 2. That's we've got Andy LaShore, and yellow light's going to come on. Johnson, Weaver, and now LaShore tags the tail. Here we go, back to green. Field races off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. Pete Stefanski's got the number 1 spot into corner number 3. Belden and Carr working it up on the outside. They'll bring it off of turn number 4. White flag this time by for Pete Stefanski. Off the corner, down the backstretch. Chris Carr. Final times for turns 3 and 4. Checkered and yellow flag going to come out together here in this one. And the win will go easily to Stefanski. Carr will come home in second over Belden. Digsby 4th, 5th to Kamengay, and then it was Cunningham and LaShore. And Weaver and Johnson both spun over in turn 2. So that could... So 6 laps to distance, 4 cars to qualify here out of this one. Ricky Quick, Tony Finch the second on the front row, looking for a green flag off the turn. We've got it, and we are racing in this consolation. Into turn number 1, Finch going to try the outside. Spano and Kimball come together. Ricky Donovan gets into Spano, and yellow is out. So we'll try it again, 0 laps in again. It will be 6 laps here on this one. This is our first of 2. Jimmy Spano going to try to make his way back up from the tail into a qualifying spot. Top 4 cars again qualify. Here we go, green flag flies off of corner number 4, and we're back racing here down the front stretch. Into turns number 1 and 2, Ricky Quick gets the number 1 spot. Tony Finch the second now up to position number 2, and here comes Spano from the back. Spano already back up to position number 6. They work it off of turn number 4. Ricky Quick will lead the way in the all-season equipment. Number 84, Finch still holding on to second. Kimball there for third. Van Alstrand now in a battle with Jimmy Spano. Spano to the inside, side by side, down the backstretch. Jim Spano looking to get back into a qualifying spot into turn 3, and Spano's got himself a qualifying position. As they bring it off of turn number 4, Spano's not done. He'll close in on the Kimball auto and recovery. Number 59 of Greg Kimball into turn 1. Kimball, meanwhile, still looking for a way by the Finch number 86. Kyle Dimitro and Van Alstrand battling for the number 5 spot. Rudy is there, as is Lamont. Then it's Donovan and Klisch rounding out the field here with 2. Will make it halfway this time around. So 3 laps in, 3 to go. For Ricky Quick in car number 84. Tony Finch still riding in second. Kimball is third. Jimmy Spano 4th. Dimitro now up to the 5th spot. And Dimitro's got to get one more spot to get into the main event. 2 to go this time by for Ricky Quick. Quick driving away with it here down the backstretch. Kobe Klisch over the bank in 1 and 2. Not allow Donovan to get away from him. White flag now for Ricky Quick. Spano right now has the final qualifying position in the number 1 machine here off of turn 2. Down the backstretch one final time. Dimitro on the outside looking in, as is Rudy, Lamont, Van Ostrand, Donovan, and Klisch. Checkered flag, your win. Consolation event number 1 to Ricky Quick. Finch, Kimball, Spano through your qualifiers. It will be Dimitro, Rudy, Lamont, Van Ostrand, Donovan, and Klisch will complete the field. So again, Ricky Quick, Tony Finch II, Greg Kimball, and Jimmy Spano all earn themselves spots in our 20-lap feature. Through the pit gate. So to the pits. This is it. Last call. You're up next. All right, green flag flies off of corner number 4. We're racing here on the front stretch once again. Final Conti for the 602s. Along the backstretch, Jack Gentile moves into the number 2 spot. Beth Schneider there for 3rd. Jeremy Pitts right now holds down that 4th and final qualifying position. Schneider up the racetrack, off the turn to the line. Lead lap number 1, though, is going to be Scott Ford. Then it's Gentile, Pitts, and Schneider. So Beth Schneider on the bubble right now with car number 57S. Hartman, Emmons, the 18 of Brandon Ford now to the outside of Emmons. And we've got one around in turn number 2. That is Andrew Ferguson in car number 34. Ferguson's had a tough night as he goes around in turn number 2. Yellow lights are on as they come down to the line. So everybody good on the restart at the barrel in between 3 and 4. We're back to it off the corner. And Jack Gentile takes the lead. Beth Schneider just wants Tim Hartman shoot by her on the inside. So Schneider on the outside looking in. She's going to have to turn up the wick here. Side by side off of turn number 2. Hartman down low. Schneider on the top side. And Beth Schneider now back into the number 4 spot. So Schneider right now into a qualifying position. On the outside looking in, though, is everybody else behind her. As they come down to the line, we are halfway, and now Hartman shoots up and gets by Schneider here on the front stretch. So Beth Schneider in the number 57S, trying to get her way back into it. As they come off of turn 2, Hartman is there. Jeremy Pitts and Ford, meanwhile, Scott Ford battling for the number 2 spot. Scott Ford's got it into corner number 3. Pitts to the inside. Jeremy Pitts working it down low off of turn number 4 as they come down to the stripe. Ford by a nose over Pitts. Beth Schneider now back into the number 4 spot. Hartman and Davis right now on the outside looking in as they battle for position number 5. Then it's Ferguson, Emmons, the 18 of Brandon Ford, and then Nick Krause and Mike Duclos round out the field before we'll make it 5 now complete this time by. So this time around, this is it, white flag. Last chance to get it done. Beth Schneider, Tim Hartman side by side in the turns number 1 and 2. Schneider trying to hang on to the 4th and final qualifying spot. Off of turn number 2. Hartman hangs right there with her. Schneider, she's going to have to block that lane down on the inside into 3 and 4. They work it into the turn. Off the corner comes your leader. He's now your winner. That is Jack Gentile. Pitts will finish 2nd. Ford comes home in 3rd. 4th will go to Tim Hartman. Beth Schneider finishes in 5th. Davis 6th. Ferguson, Emmons, and Ford complete the field. So your last 4 qualifiers are Jack Gentile, Jeremy Pitts, Scott Ford. I think the Ford Escape is probably one of those eco-friendly ones, too. Just don't think it's going to have the giddy-up. The center gravity is a little high here for, but hey, you never know. Here we go. Green is out. Oh, the Mercury Sable. Oh, he's hitting the brakes. Robinson is in the Mercury Sable. And he is the owner of New York Central Mutual. That's what I'm being informed. Works for him. Something with New York Central Mutual, our sponsor tonight. All right. Heavy. Yeah, if anybody throws stuff at me, you're in the line of fire, so I feel bad for you. You better not get beat by a Toyota. He's gonna. It's all done. Unless he gives some cojones on the backstretch. Nope. Nope. Not gonna happen. Toyota. Unbelievable. They win a lot of the Camping World Trucks races too, so I guess I can't really say anything. He's got some giddy-up to her. I think he's got an illegal suspension. We're going to have to check that when we're done. Yep. Yep. Take it to the pit. All right, he's got a Matt Janzik t-shirt on. The guy in the Ford Escape, that is. He's got a Janzik sticker, too. Hey, he's going to crowd him up. Come on, you got to pull the slide job through 1 and 2. This is where it matters. You going to shift it in the high U, the nitrous, or not? No. No, look at him braking. Oh, I don't think our race car drivers brake, do they? I would brake. I would brake. There's no... Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'd hit the brakes, too. Oh, he blocked the groove there. All right. It's on the coolest sounding truck. Well, I like that fact that says Snot Rod on it. That's entertainment. Is that why it's got green down the front of it? That's got some giddy up. It looked cool off the start. Here we go. You can certainly tell when he hits the gas. There's no hiding that fact. So what's he got hanging there, Matt? You done this before. Is that what it is? Oh, it's a GoPro. GoPro camera along for the ride with the other Subaru Outback. That's awesome. Another diesel truck. This time a GMC. The GMC got a good start. Yeah, I saw the GoPro on there. How about in the truck? Taking on the Outback. I'm not driving it. That's not bad considering its center of gravity is a tick bit higher than the Outback. The Chevy 2500 and the Dodge Ram 1500. That's an unfair advantage. That's 1,000 more. I don't know. Tom Netto, how you doing? Do you want to announce? I heard the rumor. Matt said you did. Oh, we got a good one here. Oh, got the bump on the bottom. What? Is he advertising your business? Tom Netto's Big and Tall? Yeah. We want to go to the replay. Hey Mel, ran by a nose. Ran by a nose. We got it on the replay. All right, here we go. First round for the Hey, turn the air conditioner off. You get more horsepower. Oh yeah. Oh! Who cares about their car and who doesn't? Wow! He's pinched him. He crowded him. I like it. Oh! It's like driving in New York City. Don't look, just go. That's what happens when you have a Mercury Sable or a Subaru. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Sable by a nose. That was something. I'm speechless on that. Versus the Chevy again. This didn't go all that well for Chevy the first time. Matt, I want to call that start back. I think the Toyota jumped it. I don't know. I don't know anything about any of this. Obviously, they know. They listen to me every week. There's like 8 people laughing at that, but it's okay. Yeah. We're just not nice. Uh-oh. And the Toyota wins again. Diesel power, in case you didn't know, because it's on the front. And the Subaru. He's giving it to her. I don't know, though. Making a run. Oh, he's drifted up. Gonna find the cushion. There's a little bit of pressure in the air conditioning unit, just so you know. Sable and Ram, here we go. Winner of this looks like they're going to be in the finals. Here we go, the Sable off the turn, and the Sable is into the show. Battery, because my battery's going dead. Oh, spun the tires at the start. That was it. Oh, that's what you get. Spin the tires. All done. Yeah, he had no forward bite there. Now it's just a cruise in the park. The radio blasting. And now it gets good. Have a good one. This is it, the finals. Dun, 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 dun. Who's got the Mercury? Who's got the Mercury? Let me hear you. How about the Subaru? Anything? Oh, a lot of Subaru fans. That's just because the Subaru got the lead at the start. I'm not afraid to put a dent in it. He's not even going to catch him to put a dent in it. That's a butt kicking of epic proportions. He's giving it to her. He went in there so hard the wipers came up the windshield. You get a little nervous, DC? Because I move my legs. He's got, is that a GoPro camera or a GPS? You going for the roof? Oh, he's going for it. Hey, you got to grab the checkered flag. You got to do it again. Hey, there you go. Adam Bullis, so you won it last year. Congratulations. Here's your trophy. How'd you get it done tonight?
I'll tell you what, those diesels were quick. The Duramax had me scared, but just turbo, man. Turbo power, that's what it's about. All-wheel drive, Subaru, gotta love them.
Is that a camera that you got mounted on the dash, or what exactly was that?
Camera, yep. Wanted to see how I did, you know. Posted to Facebook, stuff like that.
If you want to see Adams win, take the trophy or start last in the mod feature according to the tower? Yeah. Well, Adam, have fun, man. Thanks for coming out. Hope you had a good time. Let's give him a hand, race fans. Yeah, the Packer truck, DC, that's definitely one we're not going to win. Here for their special event here tonight. Great to have all those drivers here with us. Again, this one being brought to us by Joe's Jerky and folks at New York Central Mutual. Here we go, 2x2, 13 rows deep, off of corner number 4, the green flag flies. And we're racing here with a 602 Sportsman into turns number 1 and 2. Holmsizer takes it down low. The Jet John Scarborough goes up to the outside. Down the back stretch we go, and immediately we got a yellow. Jeremy Pitts is number 27 involved. I believe Mike Jeske in car number 78. Over the bank. Can't see the number from my van. Ready to go. Again, original start off of turn number 4. Chris Holsizer, the Jet John Scarborough. That is your front row for this one. Off the turn they come. Matt Burdick will show them the green flag, and they'll come racing down the front straightaway. Hill takes it up into turns number 1 and 2. Holsizer tries to keep it down on the bottom, but here it comes. The number 14 of Jeremy Pitcher. Pitcher jumps up to the number 2 spot. 3 wide now with Jaguar. Holsizer and Gleason down the backstretch. As they work it down to the number 3 turn for the first time, it's the Jet John Scarborough showing the way. Jeremy Pitcher rolls up to that second position. Holsizer still holds down third with Jaguar in tow. As they take it up to turns number 1 and 2, Gleason couldn't keep it down tight to the inside rail, but he is allowed to slip up, and here comes Ridley to his outside. Now we've got a couple cars together. Jack Spano into the tire, or Jim Spano into the tire over there on the inside of turn number 2. Ricky Quick caught some air time when he caught a tire. Also involved with 27 Jeremy Pitts, and caution is down. 3 and 4. Here we go. Green flag is out. We're racing one more time off of turn number 4. Scarborough went way up to the outside. Jeremy Pitcher gets the whole shot. Into turns 1 and 2. Pitcher stays low. Scarborough drifts up to the top side as they take it off the turn down the backstretch. New leader right now, it is Jeremy Pitcher. So So pitcher's got the race lead into corner number 3 and 4, but Scarborough coming back at him. Scarborough off the top side of turn number 4, and the jet. John Scarborough puts it back in front. So Scarborough takes back the number 1 spot. That will put pitcher back to position number 2. Brian Gleason now up to third. Hang on, we've got one around in turn number 2. That is Eric Jaguar, and yellow lights come on one more time. So 3 in. 2-by-2 field set ready to go. John Scarborough, the leader. He elects again to start on the outside. Jeremy Pitcher, though, gets the hole shot this time on the start. Into turns number 1 and 2. Pitcher takes it down low. Scarborough, he'll go to the top side. Brian Gleason also going to get by. So Gleason now into the number 2 spot, and that puts Scarborough back to position number 3. But Scarborough, he has been able to rim ride it through turns 3 and 4. Now Pitcher takes it up to the outside as well as they bring it off the turn. Down to the front stretch. Jeremy Pitcher going to lead the way over John Scarborough and Brian Gleason. Kevin Ridley now up to the number 4 spot. Chris Holsizer falls back to 5th. Caitlin Kane still holding back in the number 6 position. Ray Zemkin now getting alongside Mike Prentice. They're side by side off the turn. Down the back stretch they go. They'll take it down in the number 3 turn. Zemkin, he is right there with Prentice. Prentice stays on the outside. Back to the lead comes the 61S of John Scarborough. So 5 laps in, John Scarborough back to the point with the number 61S machine. Pitcher and Gleason holding strong in positions number 2 and 3. Then you've got Kevin Ridley still chasing back there in the number 4 spot. A little bit farther back, Rocco Leone on the charge. He just shot to the outside of the 20 of Jack Gentile. And now he'll look to close on the 84 of Ricky Quick. As they power off the 4th turn, 3 wide comes this battle now with Rob Humphreys, Ray Zemkin, and the number 72 of Mike Prentice. Prentice trying to roll the top side of the speedway, keep the momentum up. He'll do so, and he'll shoot by Zemkin. Now Ricky Quick looks to the inside. Quick took a sneak peek down low on Zemkin. Zemkin able to hold him off as they race to turn number 3. Schneider, meanwhile, Tim Schneider, that is, trying to make his way back up through after contact with Jaguar. He's on the top side of the speedway, and he is on the charge with car number 3E. Your leader is still the 61S of, I think it's the 14 of Jeremy Pitcher. Pitcher bringing it off the turn. Following him now is Brian Gleason as Gleason and Ridley battle here off of turn number 4. And Gleason's got the number 2 spot. Ridley right there with John Scarborough now back there in the number 4 position. Got 8, will make it 9 complete this time around for the Drive the Troy race cars. Number 14, Jeremy Pitcher. Brian Gleason is sitting second, the BBL Company's car number 14G, but here comes Scarborough back on the outside. The jet, John Scarborough, looking to make a run around the top side. Off of turn number 2 down the backstretch, he will get the job done. So John Scarborough now back into the number 2 spot here as they come to the line with 10 laps complete. So 10 are in, 10 to go. It's Jeremy Pitcher, John Scarborough, your top 2. Brian Gleason back there in the number 3 spot. Ridley and Chris Holsizer still the top 5. Mortensen sits 6th. Caitlin Kane 7th. 8th, Rob Humphreys. 9th right now is Tim Schneider. And Schneider on the charge. He came from the back of the pack after that incident over in turns number 1 and 2. And he is making his way back up through inside the top 10, and he is rolling the high side of the speedway. And that's where the moisture is right now. John Scarborough, quickest car on the track, 3 miles an hour quicker than your race leader, Jeremy Pitcher. Scarborough up to the back bumper of Jeremy Pitcher. Here he comes down on the inside. They're side by side off at turn number 4, and Scarborough going to have to lead that time by. So John Scarborough takes over the top spot with car number 61S. As Scarborough again just drives away from Jeremy Pitcher down the back straightaway. off the corner, John Scarborough. The original feed logs, car number 61S. He is driving away from Jeremy Pitcher. Pitcher, nothing he can do but watch, but now he gets to run off that second turn, and he pulls alongside the jet down into turn number 3. Scarborough, this seems to be his high lane. Over in 3 and 4 was able to make up all the ground. Pitcher hangs right with him off at turn number 4. So Pitcher's starting to get quicker now And that time around actually turned a quicker lap than John Scarborough. Scarborough again goes to the top side. Pitcher one more time down low. Side by side off the number 2 turn, but again, Scarborough's momentum able to hold on and keep him out in front of the number 14 of Jeremy Pitcher. Slower traffic going to be a factor here now as Corey Barker right in front of your leader into turn number 1. Cal Dimitro also there. 3 wide now they go in traffic. Pitcher down on the inside. Barker up there through the middle. Scarborough able to drive away from Pitcher one more time down the backstretch. Into turns number 3 and 4. Cal Dimitro now right in front of your race leader, John Scarborough, as Pitcher works it down on the inside. Here comes Jeremy Pitcher. Pitcher trying to get by John Scarborough into turns 1 and 2. Scarborough had to take evasive action to avoid the lap car, and he still threads the needle and gets by Jeremy Pitcher. Brian Gleason riding in 3rd, Ridley 4th, 5th is Mortensen, 6th is Holsizer, 7th is Schneider, 8th is Kane, 9th is Humphreys, and rounding out your top 10 is the 72 of Mike Prentice. So that's your running order. John Scarborough and Jeremy Pitcher still together into turns number 1 and 2. And this time Pitcher gets the run off of corner number 2 down the backstretch. They'll take it into turn number 3. Into the corner, Eric Jaguar right in front of the 14 of Jeremy Pitcher. As they work it off of corner number 4, Jaguar tries to get up by the Ford number 24. Into turns number 1 and 2, Jaguar opens the door. Pitcher tries to go by underneath. Can't quite get it done. Off the turn, down the backstretch. They're boxed in. What are they going to do here? Into corner number 3. Battle for the number 1 spot. Up on the top side goes John Scarborough. 4 wide now off the turn as Ford slides up in front of Scarborough. Pitcher leads the way up the front flag. Into turns 1 and 2. Final time they go. Jaguar right in front of Jeremy Pitcher. Pitcher's got a car between himself and John Scarborough. Down the backstretch. Final time they'll go into corners number 3 and 4. Checkered flag they come, and off the turn winning will be Jeremy Pitcher. 2nd will go to John Scarborough. 3rd to Brian Gleason. 4th will go to Kevin Ridley. 5th, Mark Mortensen. 6th to Chris Holsizer. 7th to Tim Schneider. 8th to Caitlin Kane. 9th will go to Rob Humphreys, and rounding out your top 10 is Michael Prentice. Liberty Welding and Radiator. Number 14, making his way down here to Victory Lane. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is. Let's give a nice round of applause. Your Sportsman feature winner, number 14, Jeremy Pitcher. Get him around here. Well, Jeremy, congratulations. That was a heck of a show you guys put on there for the lead.
That was really fun. I knew Johnny was running the top, and I was glad he stayed there. Bottom was pretty good. It just got hairy there with lap cars. I mean, it was just so much going on so quick. You know, it was fun. Real fun. Loved the track.
Yeah, how different is a racing here at Utica as compared to Fulton and other places that you guys normally race?
I love a slick track, and this place is as slick as it gets. I mean, that's where I believe the car and the driver shows the best, not just stand on it and go. Fulton's pretty slick, but this is really nice.
Who do you got to thank tonight?
Got to thank my crew who came out today. I got to thank my sponsors, Troyer Race Cars, who helps us, Sincata's Auto, Liberty Welding and Radiator, P&M Fabrication, Heather's Cake Art, Draper Motorsports, MDV, Atomic Signs, Lamb Speed Shack, thanks Teddy, and all my crew and anybody who roots for us, and thanks for coming out.
Race fans, give him a hand. Your 602 Sportsman feature winner, Jeremy Pitcher. Well, we'll grab a word back here with 3rd place finisher, driving the BBL Company's car number 14G. Brian Gleason, hey, not a bad weekend for you guys here at this 14G ride to come out of here with Utica with a 3rd place finish.
No, we had a good weekend. We were really surprised on how good the car was when we first got here, not having a lot of laps here. The only laps I have is running with the open Sportsman, just getting seat time, and pretty happy with it.
You know, right there, those two guys were battling there at the end, John Scarborough and Jeremy. You were closing in on them.
Yeah, the lap cars, they seemed to slow them up pretty good. Coming into 3, they looked like they were about to go 4 wide between 2 lap cars. I don't know. I thought maybe if they got tangled up with them, I might have a shot, but we'll take 3rd.
Who would you like to thank tonight?
BBL, ShopRite, Rio Welding, Parker Hammond, AGM, Collette Mechanical, MCD Mechanical, my mom and dad, the DiLorenzo family, you know, my crew, everybody who's behind me. Got to thank them a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, give me a 3rd place finisher here tonight. Driver 14G, Brian Gleason. So again, picking up the feature win, driver the number 14, Jeremy Pitcher. The modifieds as they come down the home stretch. Row 3 outside. The shop train 33 of Mike Mahaney alongside 5th starting spot. The Palmer Service Center 2RJ for RJ Ronnie Johnson. Row 2 outside. 4th starting spot. The turning stone 18J of Jason Root alongside Root starting 3rd. The 88 of Steve Holsizer. Your front row on the outside. The 1X of Willie Decker. And on the pole, the Zielinski Asphalt. Car number 1X of Casey Williams. So here we go, race fans, 2 by 2, and as they go green, I got to ask you, as I do each and every Sunday night here at the Utica Rome Speedway, race fans, who's it going to be? They take it up to turns number 1 and 2, and it will be Casey Williams jumping out to the top spot down the back straightaway. Off of turn number 4 they come. First time around, your leader, Willie Decker in the ComeRaceLift.com. Car number 1X. Through turns number 1 and 2. Good side-by-side battle at the top of the field. Decker, though, a little bit too strong. Even farther back, we've got him 3 wide, 4 position. Pat Ward, Jimmy Davis, Alan Johnson, all right there together. They'll take it down to the west end of the speedway. Working it up off the cushion. Lap 2, Willie Decker is your race leader. Laps into the books, Casey Williams and Willie Decker continue to duke it out at the front of the field. Watching racing throughout the pack, Pat Ward, Alan Johnson battling for position into turn 3. Now as they work it off of turn number 4, look at the move, the 18J of Jason Root on the charge. Mike Mahaney rides back there in the number 4 spot, 5th right now. Here's the number 88 of Holsizer. Mahaney gets a full head of steam off that second turn. He looks to the inside of Root in the corner number 3. All the while, here comes Ronnie Johnson. Ronnie Johnson takes it up to the top shelf. RJ looking to get by Mahaney here off the corner. Mahaney's over the outside of Holsizer. He'll have the spot in turn number 1. Mahaney and Holsizer still going at it for position number 4 on the racetrack. Holsizer down low. Holsizer the back bumper of Root, but Mahaney flaps down the backstretch. Into corner number 3 and 4. 3 wide, now they'll go for the number 3 spot. Mahaney shoves the nose on the top side. Holsizer keeps it down low. And Holsizer's going to get by Jason Root here on the home stretch. Now Mahaney, he'll take it back down low. Mahaney and Jason Root. Root drifts up the banking. Mahaney's going to try to make a move down on the inside. Down the backstretch it will go. And it will be Jason Root getting away from Mike Mahaney. And Mahaney now has the challenge of the 2RJ of Ronnie Johnson. 6 laps in this time around. Your race leader is the 1X of Willie Decker. Casey Williams still chasing him back there in the number 2 spot. Swinging it off the west end, coming down to the line, Willie Decker. Casey Williams, a pair of 1X cars at the top of the field. Holsizer still third. Ronnie Johnson now up to 5th. He'll drive up in front of the number 33 of Mike Mahaney as they take it off the number 2 turn and head down the backstretch. Mahaney gets by Root and Ronnie Johnson. So now Mike Mahaney back into the 4th spot. So good race going on for position number 4. Mahaney, Ronnie Johnson, and Jimmy Davis all right there. Now Holsizer is there and Williams bobbles. He is back down to the number 3 spot as everybody looks to the inside inside into turns number 1 and 2. Willie Decker shows the way with car number 1X, and now the yellow lights have come on. We've got a car around him for turn number 2. It is the 18J of Jason Rude. So we look to get back to green flag racing here with 8 laps in. Off the turn they come, charging down the home stretch. 3 wide they come into turn number 1. Off the corner, down the backstretch. Williams challenging the 1X of Willie Decker once again. Into corner number 3 and 4 they go. Williams up, Decker, they get together. And Williams forces Decker off the high side of the speedway. And Decker off the top side. And caution is out. For contact with Willie Decker as a result of the incident. So Willie Decker will fall to the tail. The 1X of Casey Williams also being sent to the rear. The last restart, he will be docked 4 positions. He jumped 2 cars on the restart. He'll be put back 4 positions here for the next restart. Well, as a result of the altercation on the speedway, both 1X drivers have been disqualified from the rest of this event. So Willie Decker and Casey Williams have been black flagged. So both 1Xs have been sent pit side. Matt Burdick down trackside to attempt to get the 1Xs into the pits. Again, they are both done for the evening. They were both warned over the one-way to stop the contact with one another. They both continued as a result. They are being sent to the pits. Foley Decker obviously showing his displeasure with Casey Williams. So again, Decker shows his displeasure with Casey Williams, but again, both drivers are done for the night. They are sent to the pit area. So we're going to show the white flag. In theory, we're good to go now. Everybody take a deep breath, breathe a little bit, and we'll be good. The 88 of Holsizer will fall to the outside. Mike Mahaney is the race leader. So here we go. Green flag back out on the line. They're back to racing. Here down the front stretch. Into turns 1 and 2 they will go. And Ronnie Johnson working on Mike Mahaney. Mahaney stays up on the top side. Down the back stretch to turns number 3 and 4. Mahaney's got the top spot. Here comes Jimmy Davis now. Davis pulling up on the outside of the speedway. Ronnie Johnson down low. They're side by side of the line. Caution it down one more time. Got a car off the top side over in turns 1 and 2. That's the reason for the caution. Ty Scott Rude, the reason for the yellow. Johnson, the top 6. Stuart Friesen, 7th. 8th, Ryan Phelps. 9th, Matt Shepard. And Rob Bellinger rounds out the top 10. Here we go. Green is back out. We're back underway. Powering off the turn off that inside group. Mike Mahaney. Car is then good. The top three, number 33 on the bottom of the speedway. They take it up into turns number 1 and 2. Mahaney drifts out to the cushion. Matt Shepard catches the U-tire down on the inside. He'll lose momentum and Phelps in with 2-5. Now here comes Bellinger on the outside. Bellinger looking to get by Shepard through turns number 3 and 4. Your leader off the turn is the number 33 of Mike Mahaney. Holsizer making some tracks down on the inside. Holsizer down to the number 2 spot. He's not done. Holsizer closing in on Ronnie Johnson as Johnson swings to the outside. Now Holsizer looking to get by Mahaney for the lead down the front stretch. So Mahaney, normally a driver that likes to run that inside group, he's up on the top side now, and here comes Holsizer down low. Holsizer looking to get by off at turn 2, but no, not that time, as Mahaney 2 strong. 3 and 4, though. This is where Holstein has been able to make up the ground as they swing it off the west end. Down to the line, 13 complete this time by Ronnie Johnson. Hang on to it. Johnson right there on the back bumper of Holsteiser going into turn number 1. Now RJ, he'll go to the outside. Working it off the top of turn 2. Holsteiser drives away. Here comes Pat Ward now. Ward makes it a 3-car battle for the number 2 spot. Mahaney leads the way. Ronnie Johnson second. Holsteiser third. Pat Ward, Jimmy Davis, your top 5. They bring it off the turn. Mahaney still got the top spot. Ronnie Johnson stays great with Holsteiser. Into turns number 1 and 2. RJ breaks it through the middle of the corner. As they take it off the turn, they'll go down the back straightaway. Into corners number 3 and 4. Ronnie Johnson and Holsteiser still going at it for the number 2 spot. Jimmy Davis now gets it wound up tight on the top side. Here comes Pat Ward. Ward makes the move down low. Pat Ward now transferred at the halfway point. So Pat Ward asserts himself to the inside back side of Holsteiser. Now Pat Ward, he's got the nerf bar on the outside, looking to get by Ronnie Johnson. Couldn't get that done that time. As they take it down into turn number 3. RJ tries to work low. Here comes Ward on the outside. Pat Ward going for the number 2 spot. Up in turn number 4. Side by side at the line is Ronnie Johnson by a nose. RJ by a nose into turn number 1. But RJ, Pat Ward stay together now as they come off of turn number 2. And Ronnie Johnson to take quicker that time. Down the back stretch to turn number 3 and 4. It is all Mike Mahaney so far. But Mahaney bobbles in turn 3. Now they come 3 wide off the turn for the top spot. At the line, Mahaney is still your race leader. Mahaney, Ronnie Johnson, Pat Ward 3 wide. They'll go into turns number 1 and 2. As they take it off the number 2 turn, we've got a new leader on the back straightaway. It's the U.R.S. Ronnie Johnson, and Ronnie Johnson gets into the side of Mike Mahaney. RJ looking to hold on to the top spot, but Pat Ward looking to take it away. Ward down low off of turn number 4. Pat Ward down to the number 2 spot. So it's RJ, Pat Ward, Mike Mahaney, your top 3. Jamie Davis back there in the number 4 spot. 5th right now with Holsteiser. 6th is Stuart Freeze and 7th. Matt Shepard. 8th is Alan Johnson. 9th is Mitch Gibbs, and Ryan Phelps round out your top 10. So 18 will make it 19 laps complete this time around. Ronnie Johnson into the top spot. Mike Mahaney back to the outside of Pat Ward. That's the race for position number 2. As they race through corners number 1 and 2, Ward catches the U-tire. That unsettles the car down on the bottom. And RJ able to drive away on the back straightaway. Mike Mahaney now going to switch lanes. Mahaney going to go in on the bottom, and Mahaney is reeling in Ronnie Johnson. Pat Ward, they both open the groove on the bottom, down the front straightaway. Mahaney has got a couple runner-up finishes here, has yet to have a win in 2012. Pat Ward looking to get by Mahaney off of turn number 2. Down the back stretch forward, comes again for Mahaney, slides back by on the top side. Into corner number 3, Ward stays down low. Mahaney takes it up on the top shelf. They'll break it off of turn 4 and come down to the stripe, and Pat Ward down to the number 2 spot. So it's Ronnie Johnson, Pat Ward, Mike Mahaney, Jimmy Davis, Stuart Freeze, and now up to 5th. Holsteiser back to 6th. 7th is Matt Shepard. 8th, Alan Johnson. 9th is Mitch Gibbs, and rounding out your top 10 to 99 of Ryan Phelps. 11th, Robbie Bellinger. 12th, Jason Root. 13th, Brett Elger. 14th, Rob Tritile. 15th, Paul Jensen. Adam Roberts is 16th. Chris Bruce is 17th. 18th is Dave Moyer. 19th right now is Shannon Willie in the number 44. So that's your running order here unofficially with 22. We'll make it 23 laps complete next time around. Ronnie Johnson all by his own right now. Out in front is Pat Ward, tries to track him down as they bring it off the turn and come down to the line. Shannon Willie, they're letting them know that the leaders are closing in, and they're closing in a hurry. Pat Ward is reeling in your race leader. The number 2 RJ of Ronnie Johnson. Off the turn, down the back stretch, they take it to turns number 3 and 4. And Pat Ward driving up to the back bumper of Johnson, but Johnson is now switched lanes. He has gone to the bottom that time to corners number 3 and 4, and that allows him to be a tick quicker than Pat Ward. Ward, meanwhile, he is searching, looking for something up on the top side. Nothing doing that time, and now Ronnie Johnson extends the edge on the back straightaway. So RJ able to drive away from Pat Ward. RJ goes to the top side. Ward now tries to keep it down low. Mahaney is there. To the line they come this time around. Ronnie Johnson continues to edge away from Pat Ward. The difference 1.027 seconds. And Ronnie Johnson that time tried the top side off at turn number 2. And Ward was not there to take advantage. As they work it into turn 3, RJ up to the outside one more time. Pat Ward stays to the inside, and Ward closing. If RJ stays up on that outside groove, Ronnie Johnson, he's going going to have a problem as Pat Ward is closing on the bottom. But now the slower car of Dave Moyer able to get the run, and here it comes Pat Ward now. Pat Ward closing in on Moyer into turn number 3. Ronnie Johnson side by side with Pat Ward now in the lap car of Dave Moyer off of turn number 4. They come down to the stripe. 3 to go this time by for Ronnie Johnson. Johnson, now that he's cleared Moyer, he goes right back down to the bottom. Ward is right there on the back bumper. Off of turn 2, Pat Ward trying to gain. Meanwhile, battle for the number 3 spot now. Mike Mahaney and Jimmy Davis right together. They go to turns number 3 and 4. Here it comes Friesen now. Stuart Friesen going to make it a 3-car score race for the number 3 spot. Off the turn, Friesen riplined it all the way around. Contact with Whaley. And Friesen into turns 1 and 2. Friesen gets up to the cushion, looks to drive off on the bottom. And he'll get the number 4 spot on the back straightaway. Off the corner now. 1 to go this time by for Ronnie Johnson as they bring it down to the line. White flag. Pat Ward is right there with him. Ward, can he get it done? Final time they go into turn number 1 and 2. Ronnie Johnson puts the binders on. Ward on the back bumper. One more time now down the back straightaway. They take it into turns number 3 and 4. Ronnie Johnson protecting the bottom for a moment. Ward's going to take it to the inside. Side. After turn number 4. Pat Ward's going to get the win. Ronnie Johnson going to come home in second. Third. We'll go to Mike Mahaney. 4th, Stuart Friesen. 5th, Jimmy Davis. 6th, Matt Shepard. 7th, Alan Johnson. 8th, Steve Holsizer. 9th will go to Mitch Gibbs, and 10th will go to Ryan Phelps. What a finish. Final turn, final lap pass for Pat Ward to pick up the victory. Ladies and gentlemen, he's out of the car. Let's give your modified feature winner and driver of the 42P, Pat Ward. Pat, congratulations. That's about as hard as they come. You and Ronnie Johnson put on a hell of a battle there. You snuck by him on the bottom of turn at the checkered.
Yeah, that was a hell of a race. I feel bad for Ronnie. We come up on the lap cars, and he got up there. I was just real good on the bottom of 3 and 4 there, and he got out too far. And I don't know, one lap he'd pull away a little, next lap I'd gain.
What's it mean to come out and get another win here at Utica Rome Speedway?
Well, we've been struggling everywhere but here. We've been top 5 here, top 4 every night. I don't know, it feels really good. I mean, as bad as things have been going for us, we really needed a win.
Who you got to thank tonight, Pat?
John, Laura, Larry, Jennifer, Terry, Jesse, everybody that helps me on the crew. The engine builder, he came back with a flat top small block for me, and the thing runs super.
All right, Pat, another job for you. Get him over here. 5 tickets. Round of applause once again. Your feature winner, Pat Ward. You want to go talk to him first? Go ahead. Ronnie Johnson wants to go over there. Got a smile on his face. So get a word with our second place finisher while you're here. Ronnie Johnson going over there, shaking his hand. That, like I said to Pat, that was a heck of a race between you two.
Yeah, Pat's a whole veteran here, and he kind of snookered me. I kind of, left him the bottom there, but I was running the top the last half of the race up there, and I had to live and die where I was, and I wasn't about to change lanes, and he must have made a good run on the bottom there and made it work.
Obviously a disappointment not to win the race, but it's got to be fun when you can race like that, race clean with one another.
Yeah, the way our season's been going here, we've been struggling. So, to finish second here tonight, it's kind of disappointing to lead till I could almost see the checker flag and taste it. But Pat's a good, clean racer. He's fun to race with, and he deserves it.
Who would you like to thank?
All my sponsors, especially Carol and Elton Palmer. My pit crew, we've been struggling here with just the issues. Last week we had a steering box and a steering pump go bad, and we didn't have the right stuff to fix it and fix it right. They changed engines this week. We put a different engine in, and it seemed to run pretty good. And I got to thank everybody on our whole race team.
Race fans, give a hand. Second place finisher here tonight. Driver of the 2RJ, Ronnie Johnson. Third place finisher, Mike Mahaney. Well, Mike, back on the podium. This is where you want to put this 33 every week.
Yeah, this is where we want to be. Would have liked to been up there with those two, but they really had their stuff together tonight. And just got to thank my dad and my whole crew for getting our car pretty fast, and things are turning around for us. Hopefully it keeps going.
Looks like you ran a little bit different line than you've been running the last few weeks. Normally you like to put this 33 on the bottom, but tonight running around the outside.
Yeah, it was a little too tight tonight to run the bottom, so I put it up on the top side, and it seemed pretty good early. Once these guys showed up, they were quicker. So want to thank Low Materials Handling, Shop Crane, P&M Fabrication, Gabriel's Ears and Gears, everybody that's been supporting us this year, everybody for coming out to watch tonight. Thank you.
Race fans, give him a hand. Third place finisher here tonight, driver of the 33, Mike Mahaney. On the pole, Bobby Hines in the 180, Brian Thomas on the outside in the 7X. Row 2, Stephen Denton's 44C, the 37A of Jack Miller. Row 3 in the 0, the 97 of Randy Chantel. And Heath Carney in the 80 will start scratch. So we will go green this time off of turns number 3 and 4. Let's see if we can keep the excitement going here tonight. It's been entertaining so far. Green flag is out, and we are underway. Through the first turn, we'll go 3 wide for the 3 spot, 3 wide for about 6th. And Jeremy Vunk will win that battle. He'll fall into that 6th spot. 3 wide through turn 3. As your top 2 go side by side for the lead. They powered off the turn. First time around, leading the way. Bobby Hines by a nose over Jimmy Nagel and Brian Thomas. So Bobby Hines stays down low through turn number 1 and 2. Brian Thomas tries the top side. Nagel though right there with him on the back straightaway. They'll race up into the number 3 corner. Hines down to the inside. Thomas now looks up to the top shelf. Thomas catches the berm through 3 and 4. He might even gone over the top. Hang on, we've got one way out there. That was Craig Pope, and Pope had to step back down and get back in line. He lost a whole bunch of spots in the 42C as he got a little too far out on that outside groove. Jim Nagel, now your leader on the back stretch as he just got by Hines. Jack Miller nearly got into the outside wall. That allowed Matt Jansen to shoot by down low. Working the bottom groove here off at turn number 3 is your leader. Rufus Dunright roofing number 10 of Jimmy Nagel. Nagel into turns number 1 and 2's got the top spot. 3 wide down for position number 2. Chris Mackey off the inside groove down the back stretch. He'll grab second. Hines now going to fall back to position number 4. Jeremy Vunk is there. Vunk on the back bumper of Hines into corner number 3. Matt Janzik going to drift it up the banking. Janzik, the Wentworth Construction Custom Homes, car number 33X. Look for a way by Hines. Now he's got to shift lanes. He's got to come down to the inside. Into turn number 1. Vunk stays down on that inside lane as they take it off of turn 2 and head down the back stretch. Into corner number 3. Thomas will not give up on the top side. Jeremy Vunk trying to make it go down low. 5 complete, this time by 15 to go for Jim Nagel. Chris Mackey, Jeremy Vunk, your top 3. 4th now is Thomas. 5th will be Janzik. 6th is Bobby Hines. Jack Miller, 7th. AJ Philbeck is 8th. 9th is Stephen Denton. And 10th is Claude Hutchings Jr. That's your unofficial running order here with a handful of laps complete here in this one. Long way to go for the number 10 of Jim Nagel. Chris Mackey chasing him in the number 2 spot. And Nagel right now of the top 5 cars, he is a tick slower than your second place car of Chris Mackey. Mackey, though, bobbles that time off of turn 2. Funk does the same, and here comes Janzik to the inside. And Matt Janzik just drove by Jeremy Funk like he was standing still that time. Off the turn, down the front straightaway. Matt Janzik able to move up into the 3rd spot. And Janzik lightning quick that time around, so Funk is searching, looking for something. And right now, he is not finding anything out there on that top groove as they race down the back straightaway. Your leader working it through turns number 3 and 4. It is still the 10 of Jim Nagel, but Nagel's got the horses charging behind him. It is the 3M of Mackey, the 33X of Janzik. Janzik up on the top side, and Janzik going to have the number 2 spot as they come down to the stripe. So Matt Janzik able to assume the 2nd spot, at least for the moment. Mackey, though, tried to throw the slide job on him, couldn't quite get it done, couldn't hold on to that position. So Janzik will hang on to position number 2 now. Mackey back to 3rd. Funk is 4th, Thomas 5th, 6th is Philback, 7th is the 80 of Carney. Then it will be Steve Way, Bobby Hines, and Craig Pope in car number 42C. So that's the way they run. 9 will make it 10 this time, so cross flags in the air. And here comes Matt Janzik up to the top side of Jim Nagel. Nagel trying to hang tough with him, not going to matter. Matt Janzik shooting by, and Matt Janzik now your leader. So Janzik going to take the lead here at the halfway point as he gets by Jimmy Nagel. And he is just going to drive away down the back stretch. So Matt Janzik now setting sail with the number 33X ride. He pulls away from Jimmy Nagel. Nagel, best run to date, riding in 2nd. Mackey, Funk, and Philback. And Heath Carney and Brian Thomas now battling it out for position number 6. Carney, Steve Way, a 2-time winner here the last 2 weeks. Last 2 events, I should say. He is up to the back bumper of that race for position number 6, but looking for a way by. Thomas right now has got the top lane covered. Carney had the bottom lane covered. Way, though, 1 lane lower. Contact and hard back here on the front straightaway. Brian Thomas hard into the outside wall up at turn number 4. So the driver is okay. Obviously, you can see he is out of the car down there in turn 4. And the 80 of Heath Carney is being sent to the tail for contact with the 7X. So Heath Carney going to the rear for contact with the 7X there off of turn number 4. Janzik. Through turns number 3 and 4. Here comes Steve Way. Way working it up on the top side. They'll come 3 wide off the turn down the front stretch. Philbeck in Way into turns number 1 and 2. That's the battle for the number 5 spot right now. Right in front of them, Jeremy Vunk works to the inside of the number 10 of Jimmy Nagel. He'll get that job done. That'll shuffle Nagel back to 5th. But Way, or make it 4th. Way now looks for 4th. Off at turn number 4 around the outside, and Steve Way indeed gets the job done. So Way turning up the wick right now with the number 27S. All the while, though, the guy driving away, that is the number 33X of Matt Janczyk. Steve Way now hard into the outside wall in the backstretch. Vunk came up, didn't see him. Way tried putting it between them. Both drivers okay, able to continue. That one could have been a lot worse than it was. Off the turn, Vunk drifts up, and now Steve Way on a mission. Way to the outside into turns number 1 and 2, looking for a way by Jeremy Vunk. Last time he got a full head of steam. This time we'll see if he can get it done. Not that time, as Way maintains that number 4 spot into turn 3, though he'll pull alongside Vunk on the top side. Matt Janczyk brings it off the turn. 3 laps to go this time by Chris Mackey, Jeremy Vunk battling for position number 2 into turn number 1. As Vunk and Mackey stay down on the bottom, here comes Steve Way around the outside, and Steve Way puts the power move on Vunk. Now he'll look to do the same on Chris Mackey into corner number 3. Off at turn 4. 2 to go this time for Matt Janczyk. So Janczyk taking the 2 to go sign that time around. He'll work it off of turn number 2 and down the back stretch. Steve Way now into the number 2 spot. Jeremy Vunk there for 3rd. Mackey falls back to 4th. A.J. Philbeck still 5th. White flag this time by as Matt Janczyk looks to put it into victory lane here tonight. Final time down the back straightaway. Looking for win number 5 on the season. He'll bring it off the bottom of corner number 4. Matt Janczyk now has 5 feature victories here at Utica Rome. Finishing in 2nd will be Steve Way. 3rd, Jeremy Vunk. 4th is Mackey. 5th will go to A.J. Philbeck. 6th is Hutchings. 7th is Pope. 8th is Denton. 9th is Hines. And 10th will be Jack Miller. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, a 5-time Sportsman winner here in 2012. Give him a hand, Matt Janczyk. Matt, congratulations again. Another win here at Utica Rome. Simply put, this car was on rails tonight.
Yeah, after last week, I don't know, it was pretty discouraging. The thing was so bad, it seemed like I was just surviving to finish 4th. And Steve found something there, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and he's fast. So I kind of beat myself up all week trying to go through this car with my stepfather and everybody that helps out, and we found some things wrong with it yesterday and stuff, so we fixed that, and we're hoping for the best. If it didn't go, we're going to drag the new car out and see what that had, but this thing was just like it always was before, so that's exciting.
Different line again. You were able to run top, bottom, middle, wherever you wanted to go, but it seemed once you settled in there, it was a little bit of about that middle groove for you.
Yeah, the car just seemed to work everywhere tonight. It was just phenomenal. Got through most traffic on the bottom and then went to the top to get in the lead, and the car just worked wherever I wanted to put it. I went back to the bottom to save the tires, really. I could have stayed on top if I had to, but just save the tires and hopefully not see anybody.
What do you got to thank tonight?
Oh, all my crew, my girlfriend, Wentworth Construction, Custom Homes, Stone's Lawn Care, FX Caprera Chevrolet, New York Pizzeria, Tri-County Heating and Cooling, Keen's Collision, just everybody, all the fans, and everybody that helps out.
How about a nice hand again? Sportsman winner here tonight. Driver the 33X, Matt Janzik. Grab a little second place finisher here, Steve Way. Oh, so close to bringing it back. It's kind of ran out of time there. The laps got away from you.
Yeah, we made a couple of bad moves at the beginning of the race, and he got out there in front. That restart helped us. We probably would have been, fifth, sixth, but everybody stayed on the bottom there, and I said, well, I'm not going to get any farther on the bottom, so I'll go around the outside, and it worked. Another yellow, I don't know, maybe we had something for him, but he was so far out there I couldn't tell.
What do you got to think tonight, Steve?
Apple Betty. Wes, he never comes down here anymore, but he's helping out year after year. Same people, family and friends help out what they can, and with everybody at the garage, Slaviak's and Frank's garage, and just it's mostly me and my dad, usually working on the car, but everybody helps out a little bit.
Give me a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Second place finish here tonight. Driver the 27S, Steve Way. And we'll grab a little third place finisher, Jeremy Vunk. Jeremy, hard-fought third place finish here tonight. You and Steve went at it there a little bit.
Yeah, me, Steve, and Chris Mackey there for the last few laps. That was quite exciting, but the car was all right, but just didn't have enough. I don't know what we got to do, but when the track gets slippery, we seem to be struggling a little bit, so we got to figure that out.
Looks like you were pretty much live or die by the bottom there as the laps got away from you.
Yeah, I tried to roll through the middle, and I could get through it good, but the car wouldn't come off the corner good. I was losing too much ground coming off, so I ended up going back to the bottom. It worked out. I did end up with a third out of it. So,
who do you got to thank tonight?
I got to thank Jeff Corbin, American Roofing, Williams Tire and Auto, Hickling's Fish Farm, Tuller Septic, Lewis Brothers Construction, and Reeving Incorporated.
Ladies and gentlemen, give him a hand. Third place finisher tonight, driver the 32V, Jeremy Vunk. So again, grabbing the win, Matt Janzik in the 33X. Steve Way comes home second. Jeremy Vunk third. One feature left to go. 20 laps now for the Pro Stocks.
Have fun yet? I got nothing to do with it.
Johnson. And ladies and gentlemen, wave and white this time by. You folks. Okay. One more 20-lap feature. How's this one going to go? We'll see. Here we go. We got a green off of turn number 4. Everybody charging down the front stretch into turn number 1. Common Gate. Drifts up to the lead. Whoa, Jim Money backs out of it. Pastorell and how Pete Stefanski from nowhere. They get 10th to 3rd, and Common Gaze right there. He can't get the groove around the outside. 4 wide now they come. 4 wide they stay. Wow. That's all I got to say to that one. Wow. Off at turn number 2. Tommy Denton now there. Pete Stefanski beat him last week. He's not going to let that happen 2 weeks in a row. They stayed 3 wide into turns number 3 and 4. Common Gay looks to the outside. Stefanski there. The bottom opens up. Tommy Dent looking to drive by down low. Ostrander has got the lead. Into turns number 1 and 2. Now Denton opens the door. And here comes Stefanski. Stefanski side by side with Ostrander. 3 wide off at turn number 2. Down the backstretch. Tommy Dent, Pete Stefanski, Eddie Ostrander. 3 wide they go into turn number 3. Stefanski doing all he can to keep the car off the top shelf. Doesn't want to get into Denton off at turn number 4. Denton's going to follow him here to the line. What a race he's got going on at the top of this field. Into turns 1 and 2. Stefanski goes up to the outside. Eddie O stays down low. Eddie Ostrander tried to drift up. Nearly got into Denton and Pete Stefanski. Now you're a leader on the back straightaway. They'll take it down into turns number 3 and 4. And it's all Pete Stefanski now, but Tommy Denton, he'll rim ride it off the corner and try to catch him here down the front stretch. Ostrander watches him drive away from 3rd. Knapp, Belden, your top 5, 6 right now is Common Gate. And then it is Digsby, followed by Pastorella, Carr, and the 7C of Forward. That's the way they run with 4. We'll make it 5 laps complete next time by. So a handful of laps in, 15 laps remain as they bring it off of turn number 4 and charge down the home straightaway. So Stefanski about 5 car lengths in front of the number 94 of Tommy Denton. Denton's got 4 wins on the season. Stefanski got his first one here last week. He trails Denton by 61 points in the point standings coming into tonight. So he knows he has got to finish in front of Tommy Denton. Denton drives down the banking, looking for a run off at turn number 2. He'll draft Stefanski down the backstretch. As that battle goes on, here comes the race for the number 3 spot as Bill Knapp gets to the inside of the 88 of Eddie Ostrander. Caution now on the speedway. It is the 22 of Andy LaShore around in turn number 2. Okay, ready to go green once again with Pete Stefanski, the pace setter. He gets the jump here on Tommy Denton. Bill Knapp's going to step up, try to get by Eddie Ostrander. Lap did not count last time around, so as a result, they're going to do it all over again. Tommy Denton tries driving down the bank. He'll get to the back bumper of Stefanski that time. Off at turn 2, Knapp meanwhile makes the run. He'll get to the inside of Ostrander into turn number 3. So as Knapp works it low, your top 2 work it up on the top side, and here comes Tommy Denton. Denton trying to drive down again and get by Stefanski to the line. Not going to get it done. Into turns 1 and 2, Stefanski elects to stay up on the cushion, and we've got caution again. And I believe that is the 10A of A.J. Digsby around in turn 4, so caution light's going to come on one more time. So back to green we go. 7 are in, 13 to go. Here in this final feature of the night. And Bill Knapp looked down low on Tommy Denton. Denton, though, too strong off with turn 2. Pete Stefanski, much better start that time. Last time, Tommy Denton able to hang with him. They'll both go to the top side one more time through corners number 3 and 4. Now Jeff Pastorella on the charge on the outside. Pastorella racing there door-to-door with Eddie Ostrander, and they'll come down to the line, and he'll have the edge here as they cross the start-finish line. Denton still searching around, trying to find the fast lane on the speedway. To the line, Pete Stefanski now. 9 laps complete. Lap looking away here, and Denton again bobbles through turn number 2, and Chris Carr bobbled as well, and now the 21 of Knapp. He is in a battle with the 25 of Jeff Pastorella as they work it through turn 3, now off of corner number 4. Down the front stretch, Jeff Pastorella was up alongside Knapp, but Knapp able to hold him off, at least for now, and sit there in the number 3 spot. Pastorella back in 4th. 5th now will be Ostrander. 6th is Belden. 7th, Chris Carr. 8th, Glenn Forward. 9th is Common-Gay. And Corey Locke rounds out the top 10. 11th, Dan LaShore. 12th, Jim Money. 13th, Dwight Johnson. 14th, Chris Cunningham. And 15th, the 22 of Andy LaShore. Stefanski picked up his first win last week here at the Speedway. He has been a dominant pro stock campaigner in many of the facilities he has run in his career, and now looking strong here in this one, looking to make it 2 in a row over Tommy Denton. Knapp, Pastorella, everybody in the top 4 right now rolling it in on the top side. off the 94 of Tommy Denton. A little bit farther back in the pack, a battle going on. Common Gay, Locke, LaSure, Dwight Johnson, they're all together on the backstretch. Brett Belvin now working the inside of Ostrander. That's the race for 6th. These guys right together into turn number 1. Chris Carr still looking to go to the outside. You can see a little bit different line through 1 and 2. Each one of the tires has been pushed in down there. These guys are running it down on that groove. Getting an interesting bounce, to say the least, through that part of the racetrack. So Matt Burdick showing him 5 to go this time around. And once the field gets through here, this is the tail end of the field. Pete Stefanski, he has got 4 to go. Come around to Niagara Falls and Santerre Sewing. Sponsor number 2. Side by side off the second turn goes Chris Carr and Eddie Ostrander. And that's the race. They're just outside the top 5. Pasquarello's in front of that race. He is 5th. And a little bit farther back, so 6th, 7th, and 8th just crossed the line. Johnson, LaSure, Locke, and Common Gay all looking for a top 10. One of them's not going to get it. Stefanski, meanwhile, 3 wide with traffic going into turn 1 as he took the go sign. LaSure there alongside of him. Stefanski rolls by on the top side. Pete Stefanski, so far so good. White flag this time by for your leader. We've got one slow on the front stretch. That's the Johnson number 40. He'll take it to the pits. Caution going to come out as Brett Belvin slows and stops on the backstretch. No, this is it. Tommy Denton wanted one last opportunity at him. He's got it. 1 lap dash to the finish. White and green coming out together. And here we go. Turns 1 and 2 for the final time. Tommy Denton tried to hold strong down on the inside. Knapp bobbled forward, coming up on him, as is Pastorella. They take it to turns 3 and 4 one more time, bringing it off the corner. Coming down 2 in a row for Pete Stefanski, finishing in 2nd. Tommy Denton 3rd. Bill Knapp 4th. Glenn Forward in 5th. Speed Jeff Pastorella. 6th is Carr. 7th. Ostrander. 8th LaSure. 9th. Unofficially is Money, and 10th will be Corey Locke. Well, waiting on your winner. 2 in a row for the number 2. Let's give a nice round of applause. Pete Stefanski. Oh, get him around here, grab a word with him. Oh, Pete, you said last week you found something? You guys got something in this car now. You had him covered there.
I knew Tommy would be tough. I seen him on the scoreboard in 2nd. I had no idea where he was. I just drove every lap as hard as I could. The track was phenomenal. I mean, you just can't ask for a wider speedway to race on. We just can't thank the preparation on the track. It was awesome.
Take me through that first couple of laps. You went from 10th to about 2nd in 1 lap down there in 3 and 4.
I thought it was too good to be true. The outside was really, really on the outside. And I was a little worried if I got up there I would drive off the end after watching some of the other guys do it. They just kind of stayed middle of the bottom, and I got up there and I was really worried the whole race because when you get to the front that fast, there's usually something wrong.
Who do you got to thank tonight?
I got to thank my brother Jim, who's here tonight, my nephew Stephen, who come again for me, my wife, my kids, my mom and dad are at home, and all my sponsors, and Utica Room Speedway for such an awesome track.
Give a hand, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the win here tonight again. Driver the number 2, Pete Stefanski. Coming back here, got the reward with second place finisher Tommy Denton. Well, Tommy had one last shot on him there in that last lap, but Pete had a good race car tonight.
Yeah, I have nothing for him. I skipped back. It goes in now. I'm just happy to end up second.
You know, coming down here, we only got a few weeks of the racing season left. To keep getting these podium finishes, you know, you got a nice little gap there in the points, so that's got to be helpful.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of the pressure off, that's for sure.
Who would you like to thank?
Dream City Mattress, Picture Perfect Pools, PK Appraisals, Denton Industries, Jimmy Lynch, Goulds Pools, Fast Line.
Give him a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Second place finisher here tonight, the 94. Tommy Denton get away with third place finisher Bill Knapp. Bill, another podium finish for the 21. It's got to feel good getting a rolling here.
Yeah, we're starting to get things figured out. We're still not quite as good as these two, but we're trying to get there.
You had a good battle to hang on to third, though, there that last lap. Glenn Ford and Jeff Pastorella right there with you.
Yeah, I knew that with Glenn behind me, I saw the scoreboard on the caution, and I said, I know he's going to go to the bottom, so I kind of tried to protect, but I just couldn't get anything down in 1 and 2 on the bottom.
Who would you like to thank?
I got to thank my brother, first and foremost, my uncle, Dick Myers for building such a great motor, Madskins Bodies, Landrum Springs. Jeff Fuller from Landrum has been tremendous with us this year.
Give me a hand, ladies and gentlemen. Third place finisher here tonight. Driver the 21, Bill Knapp. Well, that concludes tonight's race program here at the Utica Rome Speedway. I want to take this opportunity to thank the folks at New York Central Mutual, and of course the folks at Joe's Jerky, and thank them for presenting tonight's